I'm back to look at a piece from a company that I have taken a little bit of heat from over the past couple of years by one or two people. It's Wigshi, and this is like my bajillionth piece from them. I own a hat fall, I own a hat, a headband wig, and I own several lace human hair wigs from them. And quite honestly, I keep going with them because it has my non-negotiables. So somebody the other day said to me, not to me actually, it was on a post, sorry, that I saw online. It was about like, what are your non-negotiables when it comes to wigs, like for the experienced hair wearers? And the reality is there were a whole bunch of different answers to that question. You know, some people it's color, some people it's hair quality, some people it's price, some people it's cap construction. And for me, it depends where I'm wearing the wig. If it's my human hair wig that I'm wearing to school, I'm going to be very particular about color because I need my color to be consistent all the time. I only wear one piece to work basically for the whole school year. But if it's something that I'm going to wear out on weekends, I'm going to wear out to run errands, then I don't care if the color is exactly what I'm looking for. It doesn't have to be a perfect color match to my bio hair. I can flex. So for me, that's not a non-negotiable. Color I am open to as long as it looks good. What's non-negotiable for me is a comfortable cap and hair quality that I can manage. Those are the things that are really important to me. And Wigshi is very consistent in terms of their cap construction, in terms of their hair quality for me. And those are the things that really, really matter. So I did send a sample photo of what I might like to have, and they didn't quite get it, but they did give me something really nice. And I think that that's worth talking about. I don't want to ramble. I was accused of rambling in a recent video, but if you're looking for an exact match, I don't think that this is going to be the company for you. I'm just going to start by saying that. If you are looking for a wig that is wearable at an excellent price with great cap construction, a comfortable cap, good hairlines, that type of thing for a budget-friendly piece, then this is a company for you. That's their limitation, is they're not great at matching colors, but they're so good in so many other ways. And for that reason, I love their pieces and I wear their pieces. In fact, their pieces are the ones that I often reach for if I'm not wearing a hat wig on weekends. I'm gonna reach for one of these and save my more expensive pieces for workwear. Let's just take a look at that cap construction that I've been raving about. They always have like a generous amount of lace. They've got the clips, which you may or may not want to use. These are pretty like more aggressive clips, so I wouldn't be using, I don't use clips in my wigs anyways, but I would be changing them out if I did. They've got a rear comb, which is great. They always have a comb up here, which I don't use, but some people do. Of course, we've got adjuster tabs, closed wefts, and yeah, just, you know, metal stays inside of there as well, maybe? I can't remember. No, I don't think so, because we've got the clips and I don't feel them. Let's throw it on, see what it looks like, and then we'll cut the lace. And I'm going to do a full wash test here. So I'll put it on, I'll show you what it looks like out of the box. I might curl it up a little bit just to give you an idea of how it could look. And then I'm going to go away, I'm going to wash it. And then once I dry it, I will heat style it and show you the finished look, because you want to know how this is going to turn out. And I've done lots of wash tests for Wigshi, so I know it's going to turn out fine, but I know that you may not know that. And the wash test that I put it through, I wash until the color runs clear. You won't be doing that at home. So typically when you're washing, you're going to lose color for the first few washes. I go so aggressive on those initial washes that there are no surprises. So you'll see exactly how that color is going to look long term. And because I'm going with the brunette, I tend to have a lot of success in terms of the hair holding up over time because it has slightly less processing. Oops. All right, there we go. Pretty cute, huh? So it's a little bit more reddish than I would like. I personally prefer ashy tones, but that's okay. I'd still wear this anyways, because it's a very natural looking color regardless. So now we've seen it on, let's cut the lace, come back, curl it up a little bit. Okay, so I cut the lace. It looks so much better now. And I will say, I think that these knots were not bleached this time. Usually I ask for lightly bleach, but I didn't ask for any specifics. And I think that they might not be bleached, or maybe they're lightly bleached. They're not, either way, they're not super obvious. So they're either lightly bleached or they're not bleached, but the knots are very small compared to what you sometimes see with a budget-friendly wig. So that's always a good thing. I never find it to be a problem anyways, because I always wear the hair in front, even my higher end wigs, in front of the lace, because I feel like the lace is the visible part. And yeah, it doesn't really bother me. So I decided to put just a few really light pieces of curl in here, and then I brush them out with my fingers immediately because I know that Wigshi will hold a curl. Like without a doubt, it will hold a curl, and it won't just hold a curl, it'll hold a curl like tightly if you're not careful, if you're doing it with like a flat iron instead of a curling iron. So yeah, I just put in a few and then I brushed them out. I sustained a little injury. I don't know if I'm going to be okay or not. It's going to show up. I think you can see it there. I burned myself with a curling iron, which is why I always like to do this on a canvas head. But anyways, showing you just off the bat how she could look. Obviously, I'm going to do a full styling after I wash her, so I don't want to add more damage by curling her all the way around the back right now. So I'm going to go off, I'm going to wash her, and we'll have a little bit of a before and after look. Be back. Welcome back. I know the noise is a little bit loud, but I'm going to keep this short. I just want to show you what the wig looks like after washing. So it turns out in terms of the washing, it was pretty darn good. It might have actually been one of the best washes I've ever, like in general, that I've ever done of a new wig, in that it didn't lose as much color as I would have anticipated losing. Oftentimes with certain colors, I do like 2, 3, 4, 5 washes through until the color stops coming out. I didn't want to do that with this one because I love it so much. I plan to wear it all summer long, but I did decide once I started washing it that I was going to see how long it took to lose the color. And the truth is I like washed it, rinsed it, washed it, and by the time I was done the second rinse, there was basically no color coming out of it, which is remarkable. So it didn't fade. It still looks amazing. I then, put my regular conditioner in, and there's a bit of a dent in the back you can see here because I put it on a banister like this overnight, and then that's how it dried. So the hair quality, it's good, right? Bear in mind, this is a brunette color, so it undergoes less processing, and that means that I'm going to have fewer problems. Even with my premium brand piece, my everyday piece, I have 2 of them. They're sister wigs, and I alternate them day to day, and I just wear those 2 pieces for the school year. They have really light blonde pieces in the front. Any fallout that I've had, any wonky hairs that kind of like get messed up at the cuticle, it's those ones. It's the blonde ones. So keep that in mind when you're ordering. The brunettes are going to have better endurance across all brands. It's a little froofy, but like I said, I did put it over the banister gently. That's how I often dry my pieces because it keeps the hair out of the face by having it lay back a little bit. So it's going to need some styling to look good. I'm going to go do that now. I'll be back and I will show you the finished product. I don't plan to put anything in this just to curl it. So I'm just going to curl away from my face, cut into that lace a little bit, and then I'll show you the final result. This is the best piece I've ever gotten from Wigshi. I have to tell you what an amazing time I just had curling this. I'm going to talk about it in a second, but first I want to share a story that came to my DMs this week. I had shared a picture or a video of me wearing this in stories before I washed it, and somebody sent me a DM in response to that story, and she said, I just want you to know how awesome their customer service was for me. So she ordered a hat fall wig in a size small, and a little while later she decided she was very happy with the company and she ordered a lace wig. When she ordered her lace wig, she ordered a medium accidentally. Customer service caught the discrepancy between the 2 orders, sent her an email and said, hey, we noticed you ordered a medium. Just want to make sure that's what you truly want, or did you want to go with a small like your first wig purchase? She was super grateful. They caught this error that she had made, and they went ahead and fulfilled the order, and she's very, very happy with it. So not only is she happy with the wig, but she's happy with the customer service. And I just want to say that because I really believe this is a company that's growing and getting better and better and better. And if there's ever a moment that I feel like they're not, then I'll let you know that, right? I will stop creating content and stop recommending them. But every single time, like, look at this wig. I'm not wearing a wig grip. I always wear a wig grip. This is an amazing fit on me. And every time I say it's a great cap, I always get comments, DMs from women who are like, it's true, they do have the best caps. So if you have a small head, you're gonna like this wig. But it was the curling of this for me that was wild. So I told you I washed it twice, put in my conditioner, and I have hard water. So, I have to be careful. So I used a little bit of filtered water to kind of like, you're not supposed to soak wigs when they're laced, but I kind of soaked it a little bit to rinse off all of the conditioner. And then I did a final rinse with my regular water, and then one more time with filtered water. So because I have a little bottle of filtered water that I use for that purpose. But all this to say, it is so soft. So even though it had some hard water in there, even though I had washed it, my bio hair is very, very fine. and I have a hard time curling it. Even though it's curly, if I straighten it and then try to curl it, it almost like slips out of the curling iron. That's what happened with this wig. My husband walked in. I'm trying to get this done really quickly so I could show you the result. They're about to leave. Well, they just left and I have quiet to film. And he walked into the bathroom and I said, Kelvin, this is like my biological hair. Like, I don't think it's going to take a curl because it's slipping out of the curling iron. It's so soft. It's Remy Chinese hair is what they use. And I don't know, like, I guess the bundles that I got, holy moly, it's so soft to the touch. It feels amazing, like amazing. So look at the shine. I mean, that's amazing, right? I know I keep saying this. I'm going to do a full turn. So I cut the lace a little bit further back. I think I still need to go a little bit more on the sides, and my own bio hair is sticking out and it doesn't quite blend. So I'm going to have to hide my bio hair when I wear this piece, unfortunately. Because it's not quite right for me, but it ended up holding the curl fine. So something that I did after curling it was these pieces were kind of like woof with curl. So I took my round brush and I went like this, and then I went like this and I curled it around the round brush that way, held it for a second and let it go. So other than that, I haven't done anything to it. I didn't put any product in it. This is stunning. And I will say, as someone who wears, like, I don't want to use brands against brands, so I feel like I have to be careful, but I have a premium brand that I use for my everyday wig. And the reason that I did was because it's the brand that I started with and I trust her and I like her. And her color jobs are really good. But this is so similar to my mousse brown. Like, it's so similar. The mousse brown is more ashy. But in terms of the fit on my head, in terms of the hair and the hair quality and how it feels, the ear tuck, just everything, this is amazing. If they can get the color now down so that you can get more highlights and balayages that look, you know, like North American colorists, they're gonna be on fire. There's a little bit of powder in the part line here. Women ask me all the time, should I get fully bleached knots or not? And I say that I don't. And the reason that I don't is because knots aren't the problem for me. The problem for me is lace. So even though this lace is super transparent on my skin, they actually have probably the best lace in terms of a color match for me. I'm never gonna wear my hair off my forehead because the lace gets full of makeup and then it becomes discolored and it starts to fray. So I always wear my hairstyles with the hair covering the lace anyways. So then the only knots you're gonna see are the ones right at the center part line. And it's just not a big deal for me. They're very small. I think they're single knots, and they were lightly bleached. And I'm super happy, if you can't tell, because I can't stop rambling, super happy with how this turned out. If you have any questions, please drop them below. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you in the next video. And thank you, Wigshi, for sending this over in exchange for content. I love it.